This is another political poem. This is a poem about not using tropical hardwoods because it diminishes the rainforests. This winter, I hope you get a splinter if you make a toboggan, and it is a mahogany. It's pretty harrowing. You can write a poem by taking two rhyming words that don't normally go together, like plaster and scoutmaster. I made a poem up by just taking those two words. How I remember the old scoutmaster. Nobody could start a campfire faster. I can see the old scoutmaster in the old scout hut saying always carry a plaster in case you cut yourself. If it doesn't happen to you, it could happen to your dog. You could be chopping up the firewood when you mistake him for a log. If it doesn't happen to your dog, it could happen to your glasses. They could be knocked to the floor by the long arm of the law when you're standing on the corner and a copper on a push bike signalling a left turn passes by. If it's a friend you need a friend indeed, you need a plaster. You need your money and your keys, but more than these, you need a plaster. Always carry a plaster, our scoutmaster told us. They found one in his pocket the day our bus ran over him. I tried out my new poem, which I was writing on the train. I changed it slightly. I've changed it into a haiku now. Now this is a haiku, this poem, which is, those of you that know about poetry will know that it's five syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables again. I don't actually think they're going to laugh at this. It's not a particularly funny thing. But if they don't laugh, I shall say it needs a bit of work. But I don't really expect them to laugh on this because it's not trying to be funny. It's more a poem for the page, that. And I've got 2 titles, and from their response, I'll actually know which is the better title to use. This is called, it's got 2 titles. This is a work in progress, so it could be called either Train Window Pane, as in pain suffering, or Gazing Through the Glazing, I'm not sure. Bit of a laugh there, possibly in a second. Glasses pressed on glass, sighing down at passing track, going back to town. Needs a bit of work. Okay, as I say, the book Glad to Wear Glasses, Glad to Have Ears, and there's a few things about my glasses in here. The first one is called My Glasses, in which I take the 2 words my glasses, letter by letter, and use each letter to begin a word or phrase to help you understand my glasses a little bit better. Okay, just show the camera. There you are. My glasses. M, meaningful. Y, yes, my glasses are meaningful. G, grip my head at the sides. L, love is strong, so are my glasses. A, attached to my head at the sides. S, stop me walking into opticians. Second S, anybody want to have a go describing the second S? £7? No, that's the last one. You've rather spoilt the poem, haven't you? You've obviously read it before. I think you better keep your gob shut in future. S is in fact see-through. E, ever so clean. And S, £7. Fortunately, it's a friendly audience who laughed even though they'd heard it before. Okay, the audience basically gives you feedback. Writing the poems in the paper, I found how little feedback a writer gets. This poem is called Pat. I said, Pat, you are fat, and you are cataclysmically desirable, and to think I used to think that slim was where it's at, well, not anymore, Pat. You've changed that. You love yourself, you flatter yourself, you shatter their narrow image of the erotic. And Pat said, what do you mean, fat? I like to undermine expectations of audience, so if they expect comedy every time, I like to sometimes not give them what they expect. What we're going to do now is we're going to have some music and we're going to have Nigel on stage. Nigel is a great kid. You give him love, you get fantastic sounds back. So let's hear it and welcome Nigel. Yeah! It's like doing a juggling act. When you start off, you start just doing the simple, basic juggling, and then you start to do your fancy tricks. And the fancy tricks are the songs with Nigel, really. This is a song about amoeba. And Nigel's got a really nice riff in this one. It's a little rundown. Just watch out for it. It goes. Do it again, Nigel. It's much better to get the ideas on stage. It's much more dynamic, much more exciting, much more vibrant and vital if you can do it on stage rather than sitting around plodding away. Now that line works, but that line doesn't. Hello, amoeba. I wish you were my pet, but you're not really big enough to be seen by the vet, are ya? You're a little blob of jelly. You've got no skin and bone. You're not a boy, you're not a girl, and you're not on the telephone. You're in another world. I cannot get in touch with you. I cannot pull your leg. You look a little bit like a fried egg. Eggy weggy, right now. Yeah. Poetry can make the mundane into the magnificent, the ordinary into the extraordinary. I saw you down the microscope. And so did Nigel. You can have a lot of fun being on stage. One line can become a whole lot more. Amoeba, 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 amoeba. You're not so simple, you little protoplasmic pimple.